Hello, my name is Ben Wadsworth. Today we are going to be going through the Carpenter's Introduction to Math. Specifically, our lesson today is conversions. We are going to be converting decimals into a fraction, and the reverse. We are going to be doing fractions into a decimal. A big part of our job as carpenters is using math, especially within concrete, estimating, takeoff, ordering, and supplies. We use math really to figure out how much material we're going to need, how much we need for makeup, how much we need to fix it. And oddly enough, for whatever reason, our blueprints will use both not only fractions of an inch and decimals of a foot, including inches all the way broken down. Now, why is that? I don't know. I don't make the blueprints. If you do notice, I am in a sling. I just recently did have shoulder surgery, so if it looks like I am adjusting quite frequently and moving stuff around, well, you can only do so much with one hand. So to start us off, all you will need is a regular calculator for this math. There are apps out there that can do this with less steps, but it is important to know how to do this the long-handed way. I will be I will be writing out each step on the board as we go through, and we'll review at the end to tie it together before moving on to the next. And that's what we're going to be doing for the next 20 minutes or so. So to start off, our first number that we are going to be working with is, make sure I can write it big enough, 15.4288 feet. And I will bring that camera closer so we can see it. There is a bit of glare in this room. So 15.4288 feet. Gotta love the architect for switching things around on us. Now, when I think of feet, my mind automatically breaks it down. That's something that will come in time with you throughout your career, but we need to put this into a number we understand more easily. We have feet as our main form of measurement here, and then we break it down our next step. What's under a foot? Well, we know 12 inches per foot. "12 inches equals 1 foot. So, not only that, 1 inch is equal to 16/16. So, now we have a couple forms of measurement. We first have our 15, but we're going to turn this 0.4288 into fractions of an inch. And it might seem like a lot right now, but really it's only a handful of steps to make this work. So to switch the colors, hopefully it'll make it easier to follow. My very first step, I'm going to bring this all the way down. I want to stay nice and organized. When we don't keep our equations clean, numbers and steps start to blur. So right away, I'm going to put an arrow, and I'm going to move this down here. My 15 feet is not going to change in this entire equation. 15 feet. So my first step, I'm going to take this whole number and drop it down as the entire equation. I got my decimal, 42888 feet. And I'm going to multiply that by, yes, 12 inches. We're going to turn 0.4288 into inches. Next color. I'm going to multiply this by 12, and that is going to give me 5.1456 inch. So now that 0.4288 became 5 inches with the leftover. Switch it up. I'm running out of room, So I'm going to move my camera and my setup. So moving down, I got 0.1456, and we need to turn that into fractions of an inch. From our steps earlier, we saw that there are 16 parts of 1 inch. So if this is already left over from 5 inches, I'm going to multiply it by, 16. When you use your calculator to multiply 0.1456 by 16, you are going to get 2.3296. This is where you got to put your thinking cap on just a little bit. We can't go smaller than 1/16 of an inch. So while this 2 is a solid number, we can't have this leftover right here. When it comes to rounding up our numbers, in this case, we want to look to this first number, our 1/10 of a decimal. Because it is lower than 5, it would stay the same, and we would erase it. So that 2/16 is our answer. But 2/16 is an improper fraction, meaning it doesn't look correct, right? We can simplify it. On a job site, believe it or not, some people will call out measurements 2/16, 4/16, 8/16. 1, that's not right. 2, it could lead to a little bit of a hazing issue, which we don't want to have. So we need to, when available, simplify these. This 2/16 is actually going to be 1/8 of an inch. So bringing it back over here, 15 foot, 5 inch, and 1/8. So to recap, our 15 came straight down. Our 0.4288, we multiplied it by 12 for the inches to find our whole number, 5. And then we multiplied our 0.416 by 16 to come up with 2/16 because of this rounding feature, and we have 1/8. So that gives us from 15.4288, once we convert it, becomes 15 foot, 5 1/8 inch. It's the same number. But now we are going to convert it back the other way, except for to make it a little different, we are going to be using a different number. Why? We already know what this one equals. So let's erase this board. We are going to go through our next step. So our new starting number is going to be 19 feet, 9 9/16 of an inch. Now I know it's hard to see with that glare, but these small marks denote feet and inches. So 19 with 1 hash mark is feet. The 2 hashes are inches. Let me rewrite that in a better color. So we have 19 feet, 9 9/16 of an inch. Now from this, honestly, to me, this is actually a little bit easier. We're not moving around 15 million steps. We're not having to change all types of numbers and remembering. We're going to go in reverse. We're still dropping this down right away. This is going to be our 19 feet, our solid number. We're going to work in reverse in that at first we're going to divide 9 by 16. That is going to give us 0.562, 25. This 9 divided by 16 takes care of the last half of our number, 0.5625. I will write bigger. Now we can drop it down. So we've taken care of our 1/16 of an inch, but now we have a bigger number. This 9 will come down 9.5625. Let me make that a bigger writing. $9.5625. Now, in that last version, we had to divide to 12 inches. We still need to do that. We need to make this number, entire number, this into a decimal. So we are going to divide this by 12. 9.5625 divided by 12. And we get 0.7968 feet. This total number is in feet. We started off with feet and inches and fractions of an inch, but when written on blueprints and written as a decimal form, it's 19 point feet. So 19.7968 feet. It really is something that's going to take you will use throughout your entire career. All right, let's try another practice one. Just because this one is a bit shorter, it kind of feels like we're cheating almost. We know we're not because we are following all the steps, but let's come up with another number. So let's just take, let's say 25 feet. 25.3743. Oh, you know what? No, we need to, we need to be in fractions of an inch, excuse me. 27 feet, 4 7/16 inches. That is our total number right there, 25 feet, 4 7/16. We need to turn this 4 7/16 into a decimal. So our first step, once again, we're going to divide 7 by 16. Let me get my calculator. 7 divided by 16 equals 0.4375. 0.4375. Now I can bring down my 4. 4.375 inches. But we still need to divide it even further because we're trying to find decimal parts of a foot. So I can take my new number now, divide this by 12. So 4.4375 divided by 12 gives me 0.3698. 0.3698. Bring down the 25. 25.3698 feet. One thing to keep in mind as you double check yourself, if it doesn't seem correct, if we take down a foot, we start at 12 and we divide by 4, we get 3. So 4 quarters out of 12 is 3 inches. So 4 inches, it's going to be a hair over. I think I messed that part up. We can forget that. Starting over again as a quick review. We need to change this 7/16 into decimal form. 7 divided by 16 is 0.4375. We bring down our 4, so 4.4375 inches divided by 12 inches, because 12 inches in a foot in total, gives us 25.3698 feet. So that is our introduction to math of the trades, converting decimals into a fraction and fraction into a decimals. Thank you.